ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheep Get Sheared Podcast, home of people, politics, and popular culture. I'm your host, Austin Creed. I want to welcome you into the show. So, gentlemen, we gotta have a conversation. I know this might be uncomfortable, I understand. But we gotta have ourselves a little conversation. Ladies, if you want to listen, you're welcome to do so. But I gotta address the gentlemen, the brothers, in this conversation. Now, gentlemen, before I really got into social media, before I really got into podcasting, YouTubing, being on Twitter, I would see from time to time a person who got plastic surgery. When I was a little kid, and when I say little, I mean maybe 10, whatever. I didn't really notice anything. Had no idea what it was. It was indifferent to me. But the older I got, the more I started to realize the difference between natural women and more artificial women, plastic women, like Barbies. And, I look on social media today. I look on X especially. I look on Instagram. I look on Facebook. I look at all these places, right? And I can't help but notice that there are a lot of thirsty dudes out here. And a lot of those thirsty dudes are thirsting after these fake women, like the Kim Kardashian type women, that are completely fake. They're plastic. They've had lip injections, Botox, BBLs, breast augmentations, tummy tucks, you name it. They've had everything under the sun. They got the Kylie Jenner duck lips. They got the whole shebang. And they're out here on social media. In some ways, life imitates art and art imitates life. In the old days of ancient Rome, blondes were known as prostitutes. In certain places on Earth, there are telltale signs of prostitutes. In Hawaii, for example, according to what I've known, I have not engaged in this whatsoever. In case a private investigator or lawyer or whoever is listening to the show, no, I have not solicited sex. However, I am aware of the reality that in Hawaii, if a woman is wearing glass or clear high heels, it usually means they're a sex worker. Well, in the same way, in ancient Rome, blondes were prostitutes. Now, if you look on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and all these places, the fake women with their fake bodies are prostitutes. Just because they don't have a pimp, just because they're not standing on a street corner, does not mean they're not a sex worker. In fact, my friends, what do you think these women do? Some of them have modeling contracts, sure. Other ones, what do you think they get their money from? They get it from, in my estimation, billionaires and millionaires flying them out to their private yachts and sometimes to their private penthouse offices, playing the hanky-panky and whatnot with each other, and then sending them all a couple Benjamins, and then they kick them out the door, and then they fly them back home. I'm not making this up, by the way. If you think I'm making this up, go on X or go on Twitter. What do you guys prefer, X or Twitter? I grew up when it was Twitter, but now all of a sudden it's X, so I sometimes don't even know really what to call it. But I'm getting off the track here. Let's get back down to the conversation, okay? Let's not get too distracted. The reason I bring this up is because men are addicted to plastic women. I will be on X, because I'm on there quite a bit these days. And I'm on there, and I look at this. Sometimes I'll get stuff pop up on my feed when I'm down far enough about these dudes who are looking at these plastic, sex worker type women and being like, yo, man, she's thick, bro. Yeah, man, she really good looking, fam. Oh, yeah, bro, I do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. Classic locker high school garbage talk, right? And, then there are guys in the comment section that say, yeah, she's not bad looking, but all that plastic kind of turns me off. I'm not attracted to it. And then you have dudes in the same comment section saying stuff like, "Oh, what are you, gay?" You know, if you don't like these plastic Kim Kardashian type women, then you're gay, apparently, according to the know-nothings on social media. See, this is the problem. You have the fake plastic women, you have AI-generated pictures, and whatnot. I feel bad for some women out here, I'll be honest, just as I feel bad for some men out here as well. There are some people who are just genetically gifted. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Some people are just genetically gifted. We all know this. And there's this new thing called the halo effect, where if somebody looks good, you automatically assume they have great character traits to go with it. Problem is, it's usually the opposite, because they're used to being treated so well that they treat everybody else like crap. And if you don't treat them like how they believe they should be treated, they flip their lid on you and they go crazy. But, let's get back to the point here. The reason men are addicted to plastic women is because that's what we've been programmed to like. A lot of the women that are celebrities look like that. A lot of women on social media who are, quote, Instagram models look like that. The women who are in prawn look like that. But yet we act surprised, like we have no idea why the beauty standards are changing and why some men, especially, I gotta tell you, younger dudes, love the plastic chicks. I mean, why else do you think that these women who are 40, 45, who have their implants and augmentations and lip injections and Botox and everything are in large numbers coming out here and finding younger boyfriends and not getting men their own age? The answer is, of course, because the men their age don't want them. That's number one. But number two is because they're taking advantage of us as young men. They know that we're horny. They know that we probably don't have leverage and options. So therefore, we'll take whatever the heck we can get. I heard this term recently called scrap sexuals on TikTok. I thought it was interesting. But, I mean, that's what most young men are. And so that's why we're addicted to these plastic women. We don't realize that it's not really all that great. They're fun to look at, yeah, but when you get down to the business, it's like, you ever had like oh God, what am I thinking about? One of those inner tubes you take to the water park? Yeah, that's what their breasts be feeling like, and that's what their bum be feeling like, is like an inflatable tube you take to the water park on a Saturday afternoon in the middle of summer. But of course you don't know that, because you haven't experienced it. But I'm here to tell you that that's the way it goes. Now, I'm not telling you they don't look good. But what I'm telling you is it's not what you think it is. So let's get back to business here. I mean, are you, if you're a young man, or even a middle-aged man, an older man, are you attracted to these plastic women? Because I'm convinced that men are addicted to these slutty-looking women. I hate to use the word slutty, but I'll do it because I don't know what else to say. They're slutty women that look like Barbies, but we're conditioned to like that. Not natural women. Most people don't even think that. That's why a lot of women who are actually out here that look somewhat decent are called mid. Number one, it's to humble them, but number two, it's because in most men's minds, you need to look like X, Y, or Z, but X, Y, or Z is either A, fake, or B, an AI image. It's not even real. You have men simping out here for women that aren't even real. They don't even exist. Now, I don't blame them for finding it attractive. That's what we're conditioned to like. But, I mean, ladies, if there are any women listening to this show, how does this make you feel? I mean, I can use my imagination. I know what it's like on the man's side, but I don't understand this from a woman point of view. I can understand from an outsider perspective, but I am not a woman, and I'm not Dylan Mulvaney, in my opinion, where I pretend like I'm something I'm not. I just say things the way they are. And that is why people tend to hate on me, flame me on Twitter and whatnot. And I'm cool with it, actually. I find it funny. I find it really funny when I say the most basic standard crap and people get mad. I love it. I find it very entertaining. But I don't do it on purpose because at the end of the day, I mean, why the hell would I? But let's be honest here. I mean, if you're a man, are you addicted to plastic-looking women? Has the whole Kim Kardashian sensation taken over the world? Do you actually like regular-looking, plain Jane-looking women? Or is it all about the Paris Hilton-looking women or the Kim K looking women, the Kylie Jenner women, whatever? Is that what you're attracted to? The Icy Spicy, the what's the other one's name? I don't even remember. I don't remember the name of these thoughts on Twitter and stuff like that. The only time I remember them is if someone else brings it up and I'm listening to it or I see it on my feed and it sticks in my mind. But gentlemen, we gotta really focus back on number one. Look, it's one thing if you just like it, and that's your thing and you like it, that's fine. Here's my problem though. You have men, a lot of men on social media talking about how, I don't like these hoes, man, like these hoes are disgusting, blah, 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 blah. And then they proceed to simp and chase after these women that they were calling names 2 seconds ago. You can't say that you don't like plastic chicks and then proceed to fornicate with that woman and reward her. Because you're giving her, you're letting her on your team. You're giving her, you are giving her your time, energy, your attention, your attitude, and your money. But yet here you are saying you don't like that and you think it's gross, and then I find you on social media sipping over a woman who looks exactly like the thing you just described. Yeah, no, we ain't playing that. That is not how this works. It's the same thing with the women you think are ugly and busted and disgusted and all this stuff. You then proceed to fornicate and that woman's your baby mama. And then you proceed to tell me that you think it's disgusting. Well, guess what? Clearly it wasn't that bad because you fornicated with that woman. Yeah. Don't lie to me. I see you on Twitter. I see you raging against baby mama drama and baby mama bullcrap on the internet. Meanwhile, your baby mama look like that. Don't lie to me. Gentlemen, you gotta stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Please. If you like what you like, that's your business. But if you say you don't like one thing and then you proceed to reward that behavior, I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that you're goofy and stupid. But, I mean, do you disagree? Do you think that men are not addicted to these plastic women? Because I guarantee you that they are. I see them all the time. So what do you suggest we do? What do you do? Do you like those kind of women? Do you not? Please let me know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go find me on X at Sheep Get Sheared. I sometimes will post some of the stuff with my own captions because I see it and I'm like, oh, I gotta comment on this. This is just too good to pass up. You can go over to Patreon if you like the content. Want me to produce more, which I will. Help me upgrade the show. Go over to the Patreon page. But my friends, we need to really pick a lane on this instead of just being all over the place and trying to play both sides. It don't work like that. My friends, God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless America. I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your day. Again, let's not be hypocrites out here. All right, I'm out. Peace.